Charleston for DC. We're going to drive all night. It's 8 hours with 2 rest stops and a Chick-fil-A drive-thru, but I think we're going to do Waffle House tonight. We'll probably get there rolling about 6 or 7 a.m., so let's go. Made it. What time is it? 9 o'clock? 8:45? 8:52. We made it. Hour to go to the vote.
All right, well, Congresswoman Nancy Mace and her team drove from South Carolina to Washington, D.C. in order to vote on Trump's budget bill. And as you can see in the video, she's wearing her pajamas because if politicians in Congress aren't engaging in ridiculous political theater, what else would they be doing? Now, you might be wondering why she didn't just fly. She claims she couldn't fly. All of the flights were canceled. Writing on X, both my flights to DC, one for tonight and one for early tomorrow morning, have been canceled by the airline. Sigh. Scrambling to find a way to get to DC in time to vote for the big, beautiful bill. Now, Mace was unable to book a flight due to weather issues, and thus her road trip was born. And the next question is, why is she wearing pajamas? We're gonna go to her answer. I'm gonna tell you the real answer ahead of time though, for attention. Okay, now let's watch.
Someone had a question earlier, they DM'd us. I am in my pajamas because I'm on the road. And I'm gonna be up all night. I'm a little bit of an insomniac. I can't sleep on planes or cars or, is that better?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it the horizontal?
No, it's just only Libby.
Oh, it's just only Libby. We're just only showing the dog. I do have Libby with me. It was too late for me to get a dog sitter.
Just be a serious person. Like no one's buying. I'm not buying it. Do you buy it? Like you can't put on a pair of pants and a top. Really? It's that difficult? Like don't hate me. People are gonna hate me for saying this. I will judge you if you're wearing pajamas in public. Put on some clothes. Be a decent person. Be a decent human being. Put some clothes on. I can't stand pajamas in public. It drives me nuts.
Oh, no, it's okay. We had a fun disagreement about that. I get to my pajamas in public story and horrifying.
She's always got a story. Okay, go ahead.
That's kind of what we do, right? Okay, so first of all, this is performative politics.
Yes.
And basically what she's doing is insulting the intelligence of her own supporters. Because, I mean, of course, we're not gonna fall for it, right? But she thinks the people who like her will think, oh my God, she's such an amazing politician. She fights for us. She just got right into that luxury van that pulled up and in her pajamas. And even though they were gonna drive, 9 hours or whatever it was, she didn't have 5 minutes to put on clothes. She didn't have time inside the luxury van, which seems gigantic. She didn't have time inside her house, and she just couldn't comb her hair. This is not performative at all. She's a serious person. Come on, I don't know that a single person in the country thinks that. And by God, if you're a Republican in her district or you're a supporter or you donate to her and you believe that she was just getting there in a panic and she cares so much about you. Like, no, she knew that if she did it in her pajamas, everybody would cover it. And she doesn't, and she's from the Trump school, which is, I don't care if you make fun of it, I don't care if you hate it, as long as you spell my name right.
So let me be clear, I wouldn't have covered this had it not been for her insane hypocrisy. So get ready for that.
Yeah.
So the great irony of this entire story is that today, Nancy Mace accused congressional Democrats of doing stunts for social media.
Oh, come on, Nancy.
Which, by the way, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do, and I hate all of it. But here's what she wrote. Now Dems are doing a bunch of unanimous consent requests, which of course are not being entertained as they are not in order. This is just a Dem delay, or for their social media clips. I mean, the projection is off the charts. Now, Ron Filipkowski says in the last 24 hours, she has put out 18 different videos of herself. In most of them, she's in her pajamas in public spaces or places.
Yeah.
So, okay. Look, it's just, she does do a lot for attention, right? Like, so I'll give you a perfect example. You have a transgender congresswoman. She's not causing any problem. She's a freshman congresswoman. She's just trying to do her job.
What problems would she cause, right? Like, so, but the fact that she's transgendered means Nancy Mace is gonna try to get brownie points from radical right by attacking her.
By attacking her, and attacking her in the most disgusting, vicious ways imaginable, using like all sorts of, slurs to refer to the congresswoman. It's all for attention at the expense of someone else, and it really, really grosses me out. And by the way, I'm happy to see that there are a lot of people on the right who are calling Nancy Mace out.
At least for this one.
At least for this one, but I think they're catching on to her stunts and her tactics. So one person, Damani Felder, says, "I'm a conservative, and I'll be the first to say that Representative Nancy Mace showing up to vote for the big beautiful bill wearing pajamas is stupid. We want action and results, not whatever this is, period." Tommy Lahren, "Why do so many of our elected representatives want to be influencers?"
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Can I tell you something interesting? And I'll get back to the pajama story in a second, because I know you want it.
Hold on, one more. The quartering. I have Nancy Mace fatigue. Same.
Yeah, I once had someone in Congress say to me, like when I didn't take the MSNBC job that was offered to me, "What are you, nuts?" They're like, "We would all love that job." And I was like, "What? You're elected representatives. You have some degree of power, and it's an important job." No, because they went into politics for fame and status.
Oh my God.
That's why they're like, "Oh my God, an MSNBC job, that's even more fame and status and more money. What are you, nuts?"
I wouldn't take an MSNBC job. Like that's insane. That is insane. Like if you don't want to be a public servant, then please don't run. We have, I would say like what, 90% at least, I'm lowballing it. 90% of Congress have no interest in being public servants.
Oh, absolutely. So look, that's why one of the reasons, and I don't want to keep harping on it, but one of the reasons why I like Ro Khanna so much, he's trying to get attention by doing amazing bills. Like he's like, "Oh, we could save $12 trillion."
But it doesn't get attention.
I know,
Yeah.
like it doesn't get enough attention, even though he's like, "Okay, I'll take a Trump executive order that's actually really good on lowering drug prices," that I don't think he really means.
He doesn't.
He knows that the courts are gonna knock it down. I'll turn it into a bill so the courts can't knock it down. And I'll find a couple of Republican co-sponsors, right? So like those are, I wish they all did that, and they had a competition over who had the most interesting bill, who could save the most money, who could deliver for the American people more. And you know what? He never did any of that in his pajamas.
None of it.
Okay, so but when you see Nancy Mace, it's like really lowest common denominator, right? She's scraping the bottom of the barrel, and she might as well put on, and I think she might at some point. She might literally put on a red bulbous nose.
All right, everyone make note of this in case we need to bring it back for one of Trump's predictions that comes true.
Yeah, like some sort of clown paraphernalia. Okay, it could be big floppy shoes. She could squirt water out of a flower in her lapel. Some makeup that looks like sad clown or happy clown, but something she's going to literally clown herself. Okay.
I mean, she does it almost every day.
Yeah. All right, now finally the pajama story that America's been waiting for.
Thank God.
Okay, so when I was a kid, for whatever reason, I always thought it was so cool. Like one day I'll get to drive, and then I don't have to listen to anyone. I can go to the bagel shop in my pajamas. And that was like a weird fantasy of mine, right? And so when I finally got my driver's license, after I failed it the first time, had a little trouble with parallel parking and a couple other things. Anyways, first thing I did was, it's that day. So in my pajamas, I went to the local bagel shop. It's about a couple minutes from my house, got myself a bagel and then drove back. And then the whole time I was at the bagel shop, I was like, this was a bad idea.
No, hold on. Do men like, you had pajamas?
Back in the day, yeah.
What were your pajamas like? Were they like the ones with the collared button-down shirt and like the matching pants?
Yes.
Oh my God, so lame.
That is
so lame.
Okay, all right, so.
That is so Euro. Sorry to our European listeners and viewers.
Yeah, you know why? Because I am Euro. At the time, I was.
Turks want to be Euro so bad.
At the time, I was 16 or 17, right? And remember, I came over from Turkey when I was 8. So I'd only been in the country 8, 9 years at that point.
The European Union said no, Cenk.
Yeah, and I was born on the European side of Istanbul, so I'm technically European.
Okay, obviously, yeah.
Okay, so anyways, But it gets worse. I had the pajama shorts, or maybe that's better.
No, not better.
But in picture, pajama shorts and a button-down pajama top. And so that's why when I was like, yeah, I'll have a bialy with cream cheese, right away, I gotta go.
I would pay money to get like surveillance footage of you buying that bagel in your pajama outfit.
Well, nobody can say that I'm not bold.
That's a word to use if you want.
Are you kidding me? I'm so Euro. I used to wear Speedos. Speaking of uncomfortable visuals, every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.